Hello and welcome to my weekly update. Luna 1 is just around the corner and I've been making some changes that I would like to show you. The reason I'm standing here with Jillian is because I've decided on a Lunar Church core that I'll be playing with Inafa and Aino. So imagine Mona is Aino. In that case, the Electro DPS is going to be where Kaching is at the moment. If I'm not playing Kaching, I'll obviously be playing Sucrose. Like if I'm playing a Hydro DPS, I'll be playing Sucrose in this team. But for now, we're playing Aino, and I'm going to be pulling Sino, so I will actually build a Sino team. And I will be building my Sino, and I'll be taking Sino to Abyss. If Sino fails completely, we'll just take Chaska, it's fine. I have a C2 Chaska that I can just slot in worst case scenario if Abyss gets difficult. But in order to get this done, I've decided to build my Jillian. She is currently at level 80 out of 80, so I brought her from 71 to 80. I'm just lacking a bunch of Mora at the moment. Her talents are already where I want them. I want them at 6 for now. I'm gonna be raising them to 8 the next time I level her. Her weapon is still at level 70. Again, the Mora problem. And also, I'm not sure how much ores I need for Luna 1, so I have to see about the craftables, which ones I'm going to need, which ones I'm going to use. I have to level the event weapon first, so I'm just pre-gathering the materials for Peak Patrol Song. She is currently on scroll, but I ran into an artifact problem with the Electro Church team. So with a Lunar Church team, because we're going to have Aino, we're going to have Ascendant Gleam, which means we need to play Silken Song Serenade, which gives ER to Aino and damage bonus to the entire team, and then we need to run the DPS set on somebody, probably Sino because he's on field, meaning somebody else has to run Thundering Fury. So, like, I'm not going to pass up 40 crit rate just to put Sino on Thundering Fury, but we need this 40%, this 20% damage bonus. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to put a Thundering Fury set on Inafa. So I'll just have to level the pieces for that after I do my artifact farming in Luna 1. Then this gilded set has to go on the only character left, which is Jillian. So I'm gonna need a defense gilded set for this Lunar Church team. Artifact farming is gonna be very interesting. I already have done a little bit. And I'll be chatting about it in another video, how my artifact farming for Luna 1 is going to look. But essentially, as you can see, we need a defense gilded set, because I don't have defense pieces on gilded. But what we're going to do is we're going to take Husk out, and we're going to put gilded in the sets. So we need an ER Sands, which I have, but it's on Sidlali, so we need a second one. Then we need a Death Goblet and a Death Circlet. I know I had them, but I threw them away. I also need another feather and another flower because my gilded pieces are just really contested. So we'll just keep farming. Then I've been working on Nilu, so I shuffled her into artifacts and she is now top 4% on Akasha. She is currently, if I'm checking, I won't pull up, I'll pull up the screenshot in a bit. So, Nilu is currently on place 253 out of 7,769. So I'm just going to show the window real quick. I'll just have to... Akasha. Yeah, so if you check, this is my Nilu at the moment. She's got 160 AR. To get to top 1% in that leaderboard, she needs to get up to 74,000 HP and 200 EM. That's all. And the main thing that is going to help us do that is two things. We need an onset goblet on either Tenacity of Orokasha. Obviously this one is insane, 63 EM and 13 ER, but we can do better. We can get one with 13 ER, 50 EM, and just any HP roll. which is already gonna get her. Then I have this Sans that has potential, but not enough. Because, again, I need EM, HP, ER on a piece. So there, EM, HP, ER. I need that on every piece. So the flower, we can get a better one. The feather, we can also get a better one. And this circlet is the weak piece, because it's the only one that only has 1 out of the 3 substats we need. This circlet has 2. So if I level this one, it's an automatic improvement no matter what, as long as it rolls into enough ER to keep her in the 160 category. So it can't miss any ER rolls. Which is why I've been farming for Rukasha. The problem is I didn't get any decent artifacts. I got this flower that I put on Diona because it's double crit EM. Then I got this feather which I put on Dory because it's perfect for Dory. I got this goblet which I put on Dory because it's really good for Dory. And that's all. So I've been strongboxing for Rukasha and I have to stop because I need other sets. Speaking of Nilu, I've been raising her talents. She is now at 466, which is where she's going to stay for now. I will raise her talents further, and if I... So the way my pulling is going to go is I'm going to grab my free Tignar, my free Sino, because I have 76 pity on Chronicled. So I'll just do a 10 pull, and I'll either get Sino or I'll get him in the next 50, 60, 70 pulls. So we have a guaranteed Sino. We're gonna have about 250 wishes at the beginning. Guaranteed Sino. Then I've got guaranteed capturing Radiance on Lauma's banner. So I just have to get to the 5-star to get Lauma. And then the rest of the wishes for the entire patch are gonna be thrown at Nilu's banner, because I'm gonna try to get her C2 without needing to use the free constellation. If I need to use it, it's okay. I would like to get her to C3, because then what I can do is I can get my C2 Nilu off the banner and throw the rest of the wishes at another key, because my key is currently R2. And then she'd be like C2 R2 or C3 R3, it'll be really nice. And then I can actually use my free constellation on Baiju, Shenhe, Ito, like that. The other thing I've been doing, and I'll do a more in-depth video about this, is I've been deciding who I'm going to play in theatre. And I made an executive decision to not start Try Theatre now, but to properly build up the characters. Because I have 36 starred Abyss in the last Abyss, so now the next goal is theatre. And obviously I'm not going to be able to build up all the characters, but as you might know from seeing my previous account reviews, my artifacts are really, really few. I have 325 artifacts, and not all of them are leveled. A lot of characters have unleveled build. I actually got myself a new Crimson Witch set that I can move around the account, but I do need a second one for a Pyro Abyss. So yeah. Obviously, Novelette is going to lose his Thunder Suit to pieces too, so I'll have to decide which of them to keep. Like, this is a really, really good off-piece flower, so I will actually roll it in the future, but his other pieces will probably be thrown away. But yeah, besides that, my map is still at 100%. I have been farming books, so after bringing Jillian to level 80, I still have 95 left. For Lauma, I still have to level Nahida. She is still at level 70, so that'll eat 78 books. So I'll be farming books again next week, but essentially I'll condense all my resin, then grab my weekly boss drops for the week. I'm doing Arlecchino, Denial Dragon, and a pep, because if I still love the Fatui siblings. They're so fun. I'm like my Linny, if you look at his talents, I don't have enough of these to triple crown him. And with Lynette, I don't have enough. And then when we look at Fremine, I also don't have enough. Like, I don't even have enough to, like, get him to 6. But I will be taking care of leveling the siblings in the future. It'll just be for Abyss, for, like, a later Abyss when I have my supports properly built up. Especially, for example, Aino, because with Fremine, I will actually play him on the Luna set. I'll make a physical Luna set for Fremine because I'll be playing him with Aino and Inefa for his Shatter team. So it'll be Aino, Inefa, and Charlotte. And then, yeah, between the characters, I've been shuffling around artifacts a little bit. So we've got Yansan. She has an artifact set she shares with Orodon. Then we've got Yelan. I gave her Dahlia's pieces, so the flower and the feather are very unleveled. Nahida is currently on Paradise Lost, so I need an extra Deepwood set, probably. Yomiya is still on her Shamanawa set. Al-Haytham is on an under-leveled Gilded set. Zhanling and Mona share their artifacts at the moment, but I will be getting a second. So the main reason I got the Crimson Witch set was for Zhanling, but I need ER Sands, Power Damage Bonus Goblet, and a Crit Rate Circlet. Xinyan is on 2-piece Bolite, 2-piece Husk. Don't ask Noelle what she's on now. Then Dea is on Borukasha. Bennett is still on his Noblesse Goblet and his Tenacity set. Kokomi is on an Ocean Hue Clam set, which has many EM sub-rolls as I could find, and an EM Circlet, but I still need an EM Goblet. I don't have one, I only have HP ones on Ocean Hue Clam, but I've got 3 ones and all of them have EM. Emily is on Unfinished Reverie. It's my only Unfinished Reverie set. Baiju is also on Ocean Hued Clam, so I also have to get him some deep wood. He also, same as Kokomi, he doesn't even have EM on his circlet. Sidlali is on Cinder City. Molani is on Codex, but I have to level her circlet and hope that it improves the build, as well as her feather. And then Inefa is on Gilded, but a lot of this will change during Luna 1. So for now, I'm just staying back, collecting my materials. I've been ore farming, but I'm gonna stop now. I've got 659 enhancement ores and 1100 of the enhancement ores and 273 out of these. Because I'll be pulling a lot, I should be getting another like 200 of these. So it should balance out, and between getting my daily commissions until then, I will have enough ores, plus there's new chests. So yeah, I'm really excited for Luna 1, and we are currently in this like limbo space where we are preparing for the next version, but it's also almost there. So I'm just looking forward to seeing more of the announcements, and to see you next week, Wednesday, bright and early at 7 AM GMT. To pull for Sino, Lama, and maybe Nilu. See you then.